What's up guys, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we're going to go over the week's patch notes for NA, EU, and Korea. But before we do that, I do want to thank the supporters of this channel. You guys help keep these videos going, so thank you so much for the support. If you want to help support the channel, you can do so by liking or disliking this video, subbing to the channel if you haven't already, and hitting that bell icon. Bell is good. So please ding the bell to get notified when I upload my next video. Now, as for the patch notes, we're going to start with NA and EU. We received the red battlefield changes, so a dedicated server with multiple maps and no gear limit. It is now on a separate channel that you don't actually have to be on to start RBF. So you can do RBF on any channel and will be back in your original channel when the RBF match ends. That's a really good change. They revamped the weekly seasonal quest that only need 4,000 kills instead of 5,000. That's a nice change as well. All classes received massive changes. I went over every single one in my labs update video 2 weeks ago. I'll have a link of it in the pinned comment, so check that out. But for the most part, huge changes for Sorc, Witches, Berserkers, and Warriors. Very minimal changes to Tamer, Kuno, and Musa though. We do have even more buffs coming next week, guys, that Korea just got this week, so just stay tuned for that. The AP of summoned objects like Tamer's Highline, Mystic's Water Dragon, and Striker clones have been increased, so skills that use those summons now deal more damage. Damage reduction rates also went up to 30% instead of 20% with new brackets for DP, and now we have even more AP brackets going up to 340 AP. That's huge. Hashashin now has finally the lore stuff given to us, so that means we're just 1 week away from pre-creation, so really not that close, but we're getting there, guys. Just a pre-creation event for NAEU. Make sure you do that if you're going to be coming back to the game soon for Hashashin. You want to do at least a pre-creation event just for some goodies and free money, basically. Siege also changed as well. The Siege HP changes went through, so now the max HP is now 1,000 bonus HP instead of the up to 5,000 bonus HP from before. Now, respawn timers are also now much lower than they were before, and this Saturday we're going to see how these affect Siege. For the most part, we should see people getting more kills, also dying a lot more since you won't be living through that range damage as much. In my opinion, this is probably going to make PA casters a lot more crucial in fights, but we're going to see how it pans out. The Pit of Undying received Yulho. He's a random boss that can drop extra seals once defeated, so make sure you do that. Hopefully you get Yulho and you can get a little bit more seals every day in your daily. Gatekeepers also received a revamp and will now give you more drops for defeating reborn versions of them. You have to kill them twice effectively. Field bosses now drop rare items more often, and they now drop Ancient Spirit Dust and Advice of Valks. Make sure to have ults ready for these because remember, field bosses are channel specific. You can do multiple bosses in a certain window. It's really nice if the bosses are dying very quickly. Now, Shuriken and Fattest Zones now have an added element or an elite that can spawn and give you more drops. That's a nice change as well. The Termina Earring event quests now have different grind zones, so no more Rudum. Thank you, God. Though I think Cadre is a little close to Rudum in terms of just how cancer it is to grind there. You're going to need to now defeat Nagas, Thousands, Kadri, Mountsham, Rhonoros, or Schultzgard as the options for the daily quest for the event Earring. We now also have 2 new events. So the first event is called Summer Gets Twice as Sweet, and we can now get a daily season reward twice, so double the loot scrolls per day. What is unclear is whether you have to have a character that has graduated or not. It doesn't really tell me if it matters if you graduated. It just needs to have completed the level 61 quest. That's all I see on the notes, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna update you in the pinned comments once I check that out and get back to you guys whether or not you can do this on the graduated character or not. The second event doesn't actually start today, but will be starting this Friday, August 21st. Mysteries of Summer, A Tale of a Fallen Kingdom 2 is this year's Mysteries of Summer event. This means we're going to suffer for a little bit, guys. The event is going to start obviously this Friday, like I said, and go up until September 2nd. So not very long. You have about 2 weeks to get this all done. And if you remember, it's going to be a bit of a grind. If you complete the quest by then, you will get a red in-game title, Vengeance, as well as a normal version of that title and some goodies. I like it. Red is good. Vengeance, I like the word. A little bit better than Soul from last year. The first person to complete the the quest will also receive a Merchant's Ring, which is the tax deduction permanent buff item that isn't even able to be created yet. That would be rare indeed. The top 3 also get week-long item drop buffs to their account. Everyone else will also get a 20% item drop for a week and double drops for world and guild bosses. Now, as for Korea, they received the instrument shop for Shy, so she can compose with violins, pianos, a harp, and cymbals. The class changes I went over in my labs update last week have also been applied. You can check out the full changes in my video on the pinned comment, and for the most part, you're going to see Ranger and Musa buffs and some slight lawn nerfs. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Massive class balance changes this week. Are you happy with your class buffs? Let me know in the comments. If you're looking for the console patch notes, that's going to be coming out tomorrow with the labs update patch notes as well. So stay tuned for that. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.